in what has been a very eventful 24 hours for both West Ham United and Burnley. They meet at the London Stadium on Sunday in a big Premier League game. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. It's the West Ham Burnley preview. Nothing else. I'm joined. There's only one guy. There's only one man who's a bit perplexed at the moment. All the way over from Turf Moorhouse TV. I'm joined by Dan. Dan, how are you?
Yeah. It's been an emotional roller coaster since this morning.
Yeah.
Good Friday turned into Bad Friday, and the only hope we can have as Burnley fans is that on Good Friday, Jesus left, but then he came back again a few days later. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to reappoint the man, but wishful thinking. However, I'm all right. In myself, I'm all right.
Let's get into it then, because there's only one place we can start, and it is with the sacking of Sean Dyche this morning, which has taken social media a bit by shock, and there's been many well-known people have come out and said, "Wow, something's not quite right here." What was your reaction to it, and how are you currently feeling with the situation with Sean Dyche no longer Burnley manager?
Do you want to say it again, just to rub it in? No, I'm joking.
Sean Dyche is no longer Burnley's manager.
It's ridiculous. 8 games of the season to go, and you sack one of the best managers that are in recent times. I mean, he's been there for a full, since I was 21, he's been manager. I'm now, hitting 31 this year, so I never thought I'd see Burnley in the Premier League. Okay, we got it under Owen Coyle, but Sean Dyche did even more than that. He took us further. He got us into Europe. We went down. We trusted him, and we kept on with the process. He got us back up again. And yet, a man that's dedicated 10 years of his life to a football club is literally shown the door, and a club statement with only 59 words saying "thank you, see you later" is just astounding beyond me. I'm gutted, absolutely gutted. When people say who gets you out of this mess now, I keep telling them Sean Dyche, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I still can't get my head around it. It's, as I've been saying, who comes in, who comes into the thinking, because to be honest, really, there's nobody out there that's not already in a job.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, you used to have a good bulk of managers that were out of job, trying to eye up the next move.
Well, there is one. Big Fat Sam.
Yeah. Oh no, Steve Bruce as well.
I tell you what. If you put Neil Warnock in a nice little letter, you could take him out of retirement.
I do not want Neil Warnock. Trust me, I would not have Neil Warnock given. Ever since, to be fair, there's too much history there with Burnley and Neil Warnock. Like, nobody likes him. He didn't get on with Stan Turner, and every time Neil Warnock came, he got abuse, like proper dog's abuse. But
I just think the whole situation is just a bit strange. When you came on earlier on the season, and it stays with me. I asked you, would you rather sack Sean Dyche and stay up, or keep Sean Dyche and go down? And you said, let's keep Sean Dyche and go down now. And I've got to agree with what Sean says there. He says, I worry for Burnley if they go down. If you go down this year, which is a high possibility you will, Dan. Let's not. I don't think we see Burnley for a good few years, to be honest.
No, I've said it though as well. I've said it from the off. I said if we go down, the squad will not be capable of keeping up with the demand of the Championship. Funnily enough, I have just found 2 plasters, which I am now going to cover up because I'm not being funny, but this shit show does not deserve being displayed, to be honest with you. It's absolute, I'm not saying that it's copyright on this channel, but oh, look at that! See,
look at that.
I've turned it into a West Ham shirt, retro West Ham shirt.
Yes.
No, to be honest, it's sickening. They've just they've put the trust in the guy. The guy only recently signed a 4-year contract extension. That's another thing. You're having to pay a guy who's on over 100k a week for the next 3 years,
But
and yet you're at a club where you're going, oh, we've got no money. Like, sort it out. Sort it out.
The strange thing about it as well, and I think Jamie Carragher put it on Twitter, is that if they would have actually invested in the club, then you wouldn't be in this mess at all. Even with 8 games to go, and I would be absolutely livid for a 60-word statement to come out, and I would be absolutely livid with minimal investment, as all Burnley fans know. It's absolutely minimal, and you've just sacked Sean Dyche, which just leaves you with just nowhere to go. Let's take some comments though, and see who we've got tonight. Sean, hope you well. Read worrying things about the owner, how they managed to buy the club. Ben Mee, new interim manager.
Yeah.
I tell you what, is he really?
Well, funnily enough, this sounds really strange. But our under-23 coach is called Michael Jackson. Read that what you will. Yeah, you've got Michael Jackson working with the under-23s. Bit odd. However, him and some sort of youth academy manager are taking over, and Ben Mee's going to be part of that setup.
But isn't Ben Mee still a centre half?
Yeah, but he's out injured at the minute, so he's just going to be there sort of for first team.
I see. Something to do.
The thing that gets me is, right, and I understand a lot of people saying about Dyche going, it's the bigger picture. It's the fact that the whole backroom staff have gone. Dyche has gone, Ian Warren's gone, Steve Stone, the first team coach, and our goalkeeping coach, Billy Mercer. That is massive. You have just stopped a coach who will get a good job from it, because he's turned many a goalkeeper at Burnley into England goalkeepers. So he's clearly doing something right. So they've stopped the Burnley conveyor belt of decent goalkeepers. I'm just wondering what the intentions of this chairman is now, because apart from coming in, yes, he's flown around and got these players to come in from abroad, and he's put some new LED lights in at the turf and stuff like that and made it all fancy. But at the end of the day, that's not winning your games, is it? And this goes back before them. Mark Garlick, that stupid, fat, arrogant arsehole that sold the club, did not put his hand in his pocket one bit. He could not wait to leave. Dyche fell out with him. Rumour is now that, him and Pace at the beginning were like that. And now it's like that. It's just absolute mess. Rumour has it that apparently Pace has sacked somebody that Dyche wasn't happy about him sacking. Right. They've had a bit of a spat, and Dyche has said, fine, well, if that's the case, sort of...
to be fair as well, I wouldn't, and I'm sure you wouldn't tell him, well, you can F it then, can't you? Because, he's given no investment, no vision. And where's the vision of Burnley now? God knows. It's just nowhere. It's so strange. It's so strange. James, mate, hope you well. Don't worry, Jake. You'll get used to all this mahoosiveness, as some of us have been enjoying for decades now. I know. We'll get on to that in just a second. Gary, hope you're well, mate. Hope you are well, my friend. Sean, sort of club that could do a League One Sunderland kind of thing within a few seasons. Read worrying thing about the owners being an old ground too, etc., which won't make a lot of money. The champ is for modern big clubs. I think it's
if we do that though, we've got to look at certain clubs like Leicester, Southampton, Leeds that have dropped to these like lower leagues and then rebuilt themselves up. So is that a sort of positive in a way? It could be, but this is Burnley, so it'd probably be like the biggest kick in the nads ever, and we'll probably end up doing a Bolton.
Yeah, which is such a shame, because it's just a fantastic opposition fan to come on, because that means I ain't got to look for anyone else. I just go, right, Dan. There we go, done.
I can come on for cup games.
I'll tell you what. Are you still going to do Premier League predictions, or are you going to go down to Championship predictions?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't thought about it. To be honest, I've just been thinking about the whole how is it going to work with match previews with the Saturday, Tuesday. I'm just literally not going to have time to wipe my own arse at this rate. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'll leave it in the hands of the gods, except the hand of our God has just been wiped out from under us. So,
wow.
It is what it is.
To be fair, I think this sums it up from James there. He says, it's okay if Burnley are relegated, all they need to do is hire the best guy possible to take you back, which is Dyche. Absolutely brainless decision. And to be fair, James, I think you echo what most Burnley fans have been saying on social media all day. See, look at this guy. See, he's always got to put a negative West Ham spin on it, hasn't he? Burnley had a little Europa League Cup run, meant nothing. Now look at them.
Well, I only have to look back to a few weeks ago, to be fair, Sean, and the fact that we literally fought tooth and nail to get a win. No, simple as that. No, although it probably would be like that. No. There's too much of it being banded around. Too much of this Allardyce crap being banded around. Nah, not for me. Dyche should have got till the end of the season. I look back to early 2000s when we had Stan Turner as manager, and we told it, and the chairman and the board at the time said, listen, we're going to try and take the club in another direction. We think that, we need to hit that next level. And they told him that at the end of the season, that'll be it. Why didn't they do that with Dyche? Why don't they sit down and say, listen, we know you've agreed a 4-year contract. Don't worry, we'll pay you out of that. However, at the end of the season, we'll let you, after 10 years, have your lap of honour, let the fans say thank you to everything you've done. But no, they've literally shook his hand, said thanks for everything, off you pop, see you later. And I think that's what's peed everybody off. Alan Pace now has a gigantic task on his hand to get the fans back on side, because at this moment in time, the next home game, there will be not just a chorus of boos, but 90 minutes full of booing.
I'll tell you what, and I mean, it could just roles reversed. So all of your fans just could come on and run the pitch, run on the pitch, and just put the corner flag in the middle at the London Stadium. I mean,
oh, why not? Why not?
I mean, unless this guy comes in, then he'll save the day.
Oh God.
Right, let's talk about West Ham. Of course, the momentous win last night at Lyon. I mean, just incredible. Honestly, just incredible. It's been a roller coaster of a 24 hours, and just what a win it was, and so memorable. We're free. We play Frankfurt in a few weeks' time. Everybody's booking their flights out of Frankfurt. Dan, what have you made of West Ham since we last spoke on a whole, and how are you feeling about tomorrow's game? Putting all of that stuff to the side.
I felt more optimistic going into tomorrow, thinking that you as many West Ham fans have said, you've been shattered after these European nights and stuff like that, and that coming back from an away fixture, if it were at home, may have been a bit easier for you, but coming back from Lyon and everything else, and it may have took it out of the legs a little bit, because you went in hard for that performance. Lyon did give you a game. They didn't really test Areola that much, but I actually thought we could have got something out of it on Sunday. Now, I don't know whether those players are just the whistle goes and they're not just going to drop to the knee. They're going to drop to both knees, sit down, and just have a protest, because I don't know what. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I couldn't picture it at all. It could just be the spark that we need, from a player's perspective. But your team last night, what a spirited performance from everybody all over the pitch. Every man were accounted for. I mean, Declan Rice's celebration just tops it off. The man is Mr. West Ham. He's, and I'm not saying you take that away from Mark Noble, but they both are. And all the goals you scored were decent. Bowen had that snapshot as well, didn't he? When Antonio pinged it to the back post.
That was close.
Lyon, for me, didn't really, really give any inkling of even putting the ball in the back of the net. I mean, there were one or two scares. I think they had a handball shout, didn't they, when it hit the top of Soufal's arm or something.
Hit the hit the post in the same bit of play. I think I said the game's tomorrow. It's not. Sorry, Jake. Nice name though. It is Sunday. I'll tell you what. You want to scrap all these people you've got trying to look for managers. Just get Robert. He's put 2 names in here: Daniel Farker, Nuno Espirito Santo.
I'd take Nuno, but then I think it'd just be strange because I don't think it'd. It's weird. We've got to look at. I want us to drop this Brexit tag. So I'd like somebody else.
Never going to do that.
No. I think we need to look further than the end of our nose. If we are going to keep to British managers, I wouldn't mind somebody like Chris Wilder at Borough.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think he'd be a very good shout. Obviously, Michael Duff's been mentioned at Cheltenham with his ties with being a former Burnley defender. Wayne Rooney is quite high up there on the odds.
I see.
I'd sort of take him just because players will want to come from the name. I want to play under Wayne Rooney sort of thing. But on the flip side, he's already turned Everton down, his boyhood club. He's been linked with the United job, but didn't just sort of said, nah, I'm not.
Could you imagine that United job? He would send them down.
But people are saying, could you imagine it just be typical of Burnley to appoint someone like Rafa, stay up, and Rafa sends Everton down?
Yeah. Oh, he'd love that, wouldn't he? Yeah. Up yours.
Liverpool fans would be in dreamland.
Yeah. Let's have a look here. Gary says, I want Rice to walk around the pitch doing his West Ham a massive for the warm-up. That was brilliant, where he just, there was nobody else in this team. They came out, this was about midnight Leon time. They came back out, the players, and he was there, and he was like a choir master, he was there, and then he just went like that, and everyone stopped, and he started to go West Ham a massive again. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. But is there any hope for Burnley tomorrow? What do you think the mindset's going to be for these players now? What a roller coaster. Even a couple of days before a game, completely different manager, obviously, completely different. Just everything's changed. And do you think that plays on the minds of Burnley players for Sunday?
I think every player has got to play their own part now in this. I mean, it's so difficult because we've let Everton steal back pretty much where they were prior to us playing them.
Yeah.
We've let Norwich have a sniff of potentially staying up, which is not. I can't believe we've done that. I fear for this game on Sunday. As I say, I had a sense of optimism. Now I'm almost like, if we sort of try and put it to the back of our mind and play like we can do, or like we know we can do, we might even be more attacking. We might actually be show some fight, as though I'm hoping there's a player in there saying, what's gone on off the pitch, forget about it. Don't think about it. We've all got our own thoughts. Let's stay up and let's do it for the club. Let's not do it for this arrogant arsehole upstairs or whatever. Let's do it for actual Burnley Football Club, especially people like Ben Mee who literally bleed claret and blue. So fingers crossed. But I still can't get my head around what's happened. It's, as I say, it's like finding out your nana's dead and you just sort of like.
It's a bit deep.
It were. As soon as I heard it, my hand started shaking. Like me and the missus looked at each other, and it was almost like you'd lost a family member and just been told about it. You got to think, it's been there 10 years. It's almost like ending a relationship. It's almost like having a dog and them passing away or something. It's strange. It's strange times, but I'm trying to remain optimistic and think maybe, just maybe, this could be the turnaround where we start to actually beat Burnley. But ideally, my head and my heart say 2 different things. My heart wants that. My head's saying, listen, we're going down. We're not going straight back up. Expect the Championship for a good 2 or 3 years, if we're lucky.
Like, just to look at the short term, just for Sunday, I think is to fight this. It could either go 2 ways. There could be a bit of a buzz, and they go out and say, you know what, let's do this, and they put in a good performance against a tired West Ham side, which we are all expecting. We've played 9 Europa League games and we've only won 3 of the Sundays after that. We've lost 6 out of the 9, so and drew 1, I think, as well. So we've only won 2 Sunday games after a Europa League game, and we saw it on last Sunday against Brentford. We were awful, but we put everything into that Lyon performance, and everybody took that, and it was good. But we can't keep saying fantastic in one, awful in the other. We've got to stop this rot. We've got to win. Probably probably not as much as you want to win. Well, of course we want to win, but obviously you are extremely desperate to stay up, and it's gonna go one of two ways. Either Burnley turn up and stun us, or I think it could be a long afternoon and a long trip back for all them Burnley fans.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it's the latter, to be fair. Everything's high at West Ham after that win. Yeah. So, knackered or not, a second wind, we've seen it how footballers get it. All of a sudden, you're playing sharp for 80 minutes, and then the next minute, a mad 10 minutes, and you win a game. It happens. As I say, I really can't call it. I actually felt optimistic. Now I'm almost like, he's gone. He's gone. The Messiah has gone. What do we do? I said to Kate today, I said, I'm not being funny, but it's going to throw me this. Everything that we're going to talk about later on, this has just thrown the whole day upside down. The whole thought process has just gone out the window. And everybody I've spoke to, everybody I've walked past in Tesco's and everything else, everybody that's seen me wearing a Burnley shirt or somebody else that's in a Burnley shirt, we've almost looked at each other and gone like, it was all like,
I'll tell you what though, let's not lie, Dan. There was one Burnley fan on our cruise 2 weeks ago. He actually had a Burnley shirt on, and I always went up to him and said, "You must be the second Burnley fan." Yeah, I know one. You're the second one. because let's not lie. I mean, you'll probably sell at the bottom tier tomorrow, which is probably good for you. And I'm sure there'll be many people that can't be bothered to go now after that.
I reckon there'll be a few that boycott tomorrow.
Sunday.
Yeah, we've done it again.
Yeah, we have, haven't we? I always do that.
We're not live. This is pre-recorded. It's going out tomorrow. It's fine, Jake. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Exactly. Jazz, I hope you will, mate. Gary says, I hope the boys come out and give their all. They're all knowing they have no midweek game for a change. Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's not until the end of April now is our first leg against Frankfurt. But I expect, I know it's a Sunday game, but I expect there to be an atmosphere there tomorrow, which there hasn't been in many Sunday games this year. I expect there to be an atmosphere, a buzz, around the ground after Thursday night, and I hope we can just push the boys on to do well. But I'll tell you what, Dan, you are very good, and I do feel for you. It's just a bit of a sad moment for football, I think. But what's Mrs. Dan's feelings on Dyche? I'm sure we'll get that at 7:30 in the chat. But
yeah, she's pretty much same as me. She's shocked. She's sort of like, why now? Why now? I'll tell you what, I'm going to do it live on your channel. I'm going to do something no Burnley chairman has ever done before.
How much is in there? Come on, spill the beans.
You can't see it on camera, but there's about 4 moths just flown out from one section. I look at it as a positive. There's not as much dust as a Spurs trophy cabinet, so it's not too bad. Not too bad.
Instant win. Superb. Always see the funny side, mate. Always see the funny side.
Why not? If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah. see, it's about 15 seconds behind, and I've just heard Dad laugh downstairs from that joke, so it's funny. It's funny. Robert says, I like Dyche, straight talking man. And I think just Premier League football and English football like them on a whole, and I think it's a moment of sadness across the English game today. But yeah, most football fans likes Dyche, Robert says,
when you think of Dyche, though, you think of Burnley. When you think of Burnley, you think of Dyche. So to lose him, it's almost like ripping the spine out of the football club.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely two clubs that are on the polar opposite levels at the moment. So yeah, let's go on to some predictions then. But before we do, I will be on Dan's channel at 7:30. I'm sure it's all going to be all hunky-dory and fun and chat and jokes and this and that and the other. 7:30 on Turfball House TV. So we'll be finished in about 10 minutes and then a 20-minute break, and then you can see us again if you like. But the screen will probably be like that instead, with a bit different going around. But
just a bit.
Just a bit. Hopefully you're not like Chris and you ain't got 8-minute intros, but we'll get to that at 7:30.
Don't worry, I don't play a TV program before I start. Don't worry about that.
Good. Let's hope so. Robert says, will the Norwich game move to a Sunday? I think it will now because of the Europa League. Yeah, we're going. It's like Norwich away. We're going to that one, so hopefully that doesn't affect us. Yeah, we're going. Good, lovely stuff. We'll be there tomorrow as well. If you see me, say hello. If you don't. No. Is what it is. Oh yeah, I will be with John from Iron Sport Food Banks tomorrow. However, shaking the buckets outside the aquatic centre on the big. Going on to the stadium. We call it our Wembley way. Well, I do. Our Wembley way. That's not Wembley, the West Ham way. Walk into the stadium. So if you see me, if you've got some spare change, or you can go to the Waitrose in Westfield, get a tin, come and bring it over for Iron Spotted Food Banks. That would be greatly appreciated. But Dan, prediction. Come on, mate.
Prediction. You'll win Europa League. We're getting relegated, and this game tomorrow, this game on Sunday has absolutely no importance to me because I will not be watching. So, shove it up your arse, Burnley board. Shove it up your arse. Roll it up tightly and firmly get it up there. I'm telling you now.
Swear to God, if you get me demonetised, there's going to be some serious issues.
No, jokes aside, I think we'll. I think we'll lose this now. Personally, I really do. I think we'll lose it 2-0.
Wow. This is the first time this season where I'm going to go for a worse off prediction than the opposition fan. I'm going to go for a 1-0 West Ham win for me. I think Burnley might just have that bit of buzz, but I think it might dry out, and I think we are going to be incredibly tired as well. But
right out in August.
I think Craig Dawson will score again. Ballon Dawson will put his name back in that hat.
I loved how BT Sport even put that on when he scored.
Brilliant, wasn't it? I tell you what, superb, absolutely superb. West Ham have been tweeting. I tell you what, West Ham admin. One thing I've got to say, West Ham admin's been on form in the last day. The winking Dembele thing with Rice coming up, that was superb. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. Get your predictions into the chat, guys. What are you going for in this game? James says Dyche has performed miracles there without being given a penny to spend. I couldn't believe it when I heard that news earlier. We all couldn't. Yeah, don't hold that. Yeah. None of us could. None of us could believe it. And I went straight onto Twitter messages to Dan, and I'm like, that's a bit strange. And you put back very, very strange. And I'm like, something don't add up here. But
no.
Do you think drastically, Dan, it will have an effect on the players Sunday? Yeah, I think it will. Even when Dyche was here, I thought we need a massive overhaul anyway because the squad's getting old. But it's been the same squad pretty much since Dyche walked through the door, apart from 2 or 3 additions. So 10 years.
Yeah, it has. So apart from the odd decent player that's left and flown the nest, that's about it.
And Chris Wood.
I said decent players. It's just, I don't know. Let's
move on from that
process.
Subject, shall we?
Yeah, it's been a long day. I'm going to bed.
Poor bloke. Yeah, going to bed, are you? Yeah, I don't blame you. You got 2 shows to do on your own channel in a minute. You're like,
going to bed. I'm had enough.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, it's Good Friday. I want it to become sort of Good Friday. I'm going to bed. Scrap it all. Kate can do the shows. She can do. Let's see what happens. Bob's your uncle.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Let's just use some key players quickly. Key player for Burnley tomorrow, and I'm waiting for this sarcastic something here.
Nick Pope,
the goalkeeper. Oh, that's how mad it's got. Wow.
Nick Pope, because I'm not being funny, but the amount of games he has kept us in this back end of the season. Even in the Norwich game, the score could have been worse, but Nick Pope pulled out some decent saves. If we are forward thinking, then I've got to say probably someone like Cornet. But other than that,
your Chris Wood replacement scored a couple of goals, and then he's just kind of sivered out, and I haven't heard from him since.
He's done a Sean Dyche. He's gone missing.
Yeah, well,
it's been such an up and down season. 1 minute I think we're staying up, the next minute it's like, nah, that's it, we're going down. And then honestly, it's like doing the hokey cokey this season.
That's what it's all about.
That's the only problem though. This is Burnley, so there's no turnaround involved in this version.
No, oh dear. One key player for West Ham then. Who are you fearing? And say all of them. Go on.
I'll try and narrow it down. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Set pieces this season, you've been phenomenal at.
Yeah.
As you said, Ballon Dawson straight in there. His bullet headers this season, his goals have been pivotal. Declan Rice has been in some top form. Antonio, okay, goals-wise, not really so much, but his all-round play and getting other players involved has been great. So another one that
last night as well.
Yeah, it were. So yeah, I mean, that's just a few to name. Just but you, as I say, you hit the nail on the head. I fear walking out of that tunnel.
I mean, to be fair, we've said it all season. We're going to give a good side a thrashing. The last side we gave a thrashing. If we put Watford for the side for this joke, it's a joke. The last time I can remember thrashing a team was against Leicester right at the start of the season, and Leicester crisp, Burnley, Dan. It kind of all let's just thrash both of them. Robert's going for a thrashing tomorrow. Robert's going for a thrashing. He says we need some goals going forward. And someone's due a tonking, so West Ham 5, Burnley 0. James James, what's the link for his channel? I will get it for you. Turfball House TV. Give me a few seconds. Entertain my viewers in a PC-friendly way for 3 seconds, Dan.
I'm joking. No, right, honestly, I do hope you guys honestly go on and win the Europa League. I think you've got this far. Don't fall at the final hurdle. Go all the way now.
Yeah, just flipping out. So that's the link to Dan's channel. I'll be on there in 27 minutes. As Dan is well excited to talk about a bit more Burnley.
I went past the turf earlier and I thought, you know what, I really want to put my foot through that big screen. I'm like, I really want to put my foot through that big screen. I swear to God, I want to put. But then Kate wouldn't stop the car.
I'll tell you what, though, you must be proud of me. I've gone 32 minutes without going Burnley, and then I said it 2 times.
Yeah, you did. To be fair, I thought he's going to do it off camera before I even get to being on it. So fair play, Jake. I'll give you that. World record.
Yeah, world record. Fremers go 4-0 West Ham, getting ahead of myself here. Well, to be fair, I don't think Dan would be surprised if I'm honest, but I'm staying level-headed. Well, now, are you with the game Sunday? Yeah, we are going up tomorrow. We're making a bit of a Easter weekend of it. Bright and early tomorrow morning. Gonna go and get that. That's why we're doing the preview tonight, not tomorrow night. And not the fact because I wanted to get Dan on him moaning and groaning tonight about everything because it's hilarious. But we will leave it there. Any final thoughts for the game, Dan?
No, just be kind to us. We've suffered enough these last couple of days.
Be kind.
Please.
Be kind. Yeah.
Please. Even if it means just going into the, just putting a tweet out saying that we knew the players were down from Burnley Football Club, so we went in and left an Easter egg on top of the kits. just be nice. Just be kind.
Lovely.
Anyway,
it's
such a lovely thought, saying you all thought I'm just a stupid Burnley arsehole, but I'm not. I'm actually a caring
But you're just,
arsehole.
yeah. But you're just a Burnley, not a not
I'm an
stupid
arsehole
one.
with a heart. An arsehole with a heart.
Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks everybody for watching this match preview. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, we will be back at some point over the weekend. There'll be a vlog some point, but it's Easter weekend. God knows what will happen, but Dan's going to stay very much within his house for this Easter weekend. He's not going out. He's had enough. He's tried to go and get some Easter eggs from Burnley, but Burnley have ran out of Easter eggs. So, his kids are going to be disappointed. So, just a fantastic day all round in the life of Dan. But from me and Dan, well, from me, come on, Dan, you did it last time. Come on, you spoke so much rubbish about. We'll catch you soon here on West Double Official. Catch us over on Dan's channel in half an hour. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and come on, you on.